and welcome back to Asian Pulse. I'm your host, Shivangni Naiker, and thank you for tuning into Asian Pulse Television, your information and educational show. Our thoughts and prayers are to the people of Lytton who lost everything due to the fire. Lytton is a village of 250 people in the southern BC and east side of Fraser River, by the Thompson River. A couple of days ago, the residents of Lytton took the first look at the devastation, and some people were left homeless after the wildfire. People of Lytton need your support to rebuild Lytton. If you are willing to help them, contact the United of BC Wildfires Recovery with United Way. This is a charity organization. Some organizations are also doing food drives for the residents who became homeless right in front of their eyes. Give generously. I'll be right back after these words from our sponsors.
Buying or selling a house is a difficult process. Get Brent Prakash from Saba Realty Limited to find you your dream home, whether it's your first house, upgrading, or investment property. Always at your service with a fast, friendly, and honest opinion, Brent Prakash will guide you through the entire process. Get in touch with him today for a free, no-obligation consultation at 778-840-5866. I understand how important it is to have a place called home, and it's frustrating using your hard-earned money on rent. Vic Prasad can make you a homeowner. Get pre-approved services provided to first-time buyers and new immigrants. You can qualify for mortgage even if you have bad credit. Call Vic Prasad now on 604-306-6647. Vic Prasad is associated with Craft Mortgages Canada Incorporated. I understand how important it is to have a place called home, and it's frustrating using your hard-earned money on rent. Vic Prasad can make you a homeowner. Get pre-approved services provided to first-time buyers and new immigrants. You can qualify for mortgage even if you have bad credit. Call Vic Prasad now on 604-306-6647. Vic Prasad is associated with Craft Mortgages Canada Incorporated.
Community Outreach Pharmacy, providing in-home pharmacy services.
This includes our specialized diabetes and blood pressure monitoring program,
Free blister packing, free deliveries, and an in-home injection service throughout the whole Lower Mainland.
Call us at 604-777-5601 for more information.
It's our extreme pleasure to invite Dr. Pratna Natasha Ram from Mind Body Shen to come to talk about holistic medication. Have a look.
My guest today is Dr. Pratna Natasha Ram. This is the first time she is sitting on a set, and she has a practice called Mind, Body, and Shen. What is Shen? Actually, I don't know, but this doctor is going to explain that to all of us. So welcome.
Thank you for
Natasha.
having me.
Is it okay to call you
Of course.
Natasha?
Yes, of course.
Yeah. So talk a little bit about who are you?
Who am I? This is a big question. Well, my name is Pratna Natasha Ram. I have been going to school for 100 years, and so there's many different things that I am, but other than that, I am an owner and a practitioner at Mind Body Shen Integrated Medicine and Wellness Practitioners. I am an instructor at one of our local colleges, and I'm also writing a few books, so I'm an author of a couple of books. And I'm just me, I guess.
So it doesn't look like you've been in school for 100 years.
No, this is a good joke because it's like when I do talk to people, they're like, you've been in school for a long time.
Yes.
But the way that life will direct you in different ways, and as you grow older, it's just like some of these things aren't servicing me anymore. Mm-hmm. Or just life in general will take you in a different route, a journey. Mm-hmm. And so I actually had no intent of becoming a doctor. I was just... some of the times that some of these journeys take you on your own kind of medical journey, and then things become apparent that it's much more important for us to take care of ourselves very differently, and it starts with learning how to do that.
Mm-hmm. Talk a little bit about your background.
Sure. So a lot of my background is physical medicine, which means that I worked with a lot of athletes in sports medicine. And kinesiology is also in my background. And so a lot of the things that I did was more so rehabilitation. I thought that that was my direction. And so also I have a natural medicine background and Chinese traditional medicine. So some of my journey, as I mentioned, was to travel around the world and offer medicine to people. And oftentimes we would observe their kind of medicine, and I actually, this was the first time I was introduced to acupuncture and Chinese traditional medicine, and it's awesome. It was awesome to be in the middle of nowhere, not to speak the language, but to see the people get better.
So you could have been anybody. You could have been just a GP or a specialist in kidney, lungs,
Yes.
heart, whatever. I mean, if you are planning or if you've taken medicine
Right.
as your lifelong learning, but you didn't go that route.
No.
You went very untraditional medicine.
Yes.
What did you know? What drove you that way? Why you wanted to do something different? That there are not that many like you
Right.
in this world?
Oh, that's so kind of you to say that.
Yeah.
Actually, that was the plan. That was the original plan, to go to traditional, what we consider like the biomedical sciences. So I did study a lot of biomedical sciences. That was actually my first degree. And so I did microbiology as my first degree. And that was the route. And the motivation, actually, it was actually a car accident, and it was I had suffered a severe concussion, and one of the things was that I was unable to even recognize myself from the inside, looking outwards. And some of the things that come along with a concussion are the struggles of, even to speak. Be able to articulate myself, to make sure that people can understand me and what kind of help I needed. And so that was a struggle, relearning how to do basic things. And but I knew that I needed a little bit more. Like there were just like I was falling deeply into and falling quite ill, even though I had a lot of wonderful doctors who cared for me. And it just kind of fell into my lap, natural medicine. And we know, even so, where we're from, in Fiji, everybody has home remedies. Everybody
Yes.
has these things. These are where our base, our roots are from. Our medicine comes from the earth. And this made sense to me. And actually, all of those despair and all of the things that I was suffering started to kind of, like the main things started to clear up. And I was able to go back to work, continue on with school, and finish a degree and cross the stage. And I did it. And so I knew that as my travels and offering medicine to other countries, that even as a student, I realized that there was just something more to health, healing, and understanding people that sometimes we can't always be the way that we were before. So we're going to have to figure out a way to be how we are now. And so that was a part of why I continued on and got into medical school and did the training, the full training. And then I was just inspired by traditional Chinese medicine. It is, it's one of my favorite things to practice at my current clinic, and people respond quite well. And I know people always say, I don't want to be poked by needles, but that's not the only thing that we do at the clinic, but it is one of the types of medicine that I can provide.
So when you were in a car accident, how long did it completely take you to heal from that?
You know what? I still feel like I'm still healing from it.
Okay.
And so, even so, during my studies, I will discover something, something that like the sounds. So I had to learn a little bit of Mandarin, which is the Chinese language, and so I couldn't hear some of the inflections. It was like the instructor would say something, and I couldn't hear how the sound was, and so that was a part of the concussion, and so. It's one of these things where I'm just going to have to rediscover, I'm going to have to relearn, or maybe make it a part of my living.
Yes.
That, what is this going to look like? And I know as long as I continue on and flourish in this industry and everything else that I apply to people, it's not like I feel that I'm giving less, but I'm giving more because I'm learning with the patients. And I know what I need and how I'm going to excel in everything that is sent my way.
It's just like rediscovering yourself.
Oh,
You
yes,
are
yeah.
healing at the same time. Plus, with the healing, you are also healing others. So this way you can heal yourself.
Oh, yes.
Because there is never end to, like no one sitting here can say, oh, I know it all. It's every day is a new day, and
Right.
every day you are learning something new.
I love
And
that.
you have
yeah.
not stopped learning. It's ongoing life challenge.
Right.
And that's why when you say it seems like never ending to learning or never ending schooling for me.
Right.
While you go to school and you are seeing the patient, you see the patient get better, and that is such a huge empowerment on yourself because that brings your own healing to the next level. That there's something I'm doing with this client or this patient because you compare the day that they come to your office till the day they leave and say goodbye, that
Right.
they don't have to come back, right?
Right. I love the way you've said that.
But that is just a framework
Right.
for anybody who is in a helping field.
Right.
And at the same time, I think that also teaches us to heal ourselves, and you are
Right.
healing inside yourself.
I often say to patients that if they wish to use me as the tool, they have the ability, the innate ability is inside, the
Yeah.
energy, the determination is inside to heal themselves. And one of the things is often say that, yes, we're going to manage pain, we're going to help with your fertility, but you aren't your symptoms ever.
No.
So if you are experiencing back pain, you aren't a back pain.
Yeah.
You are a whole entire person. So there are some mental, emotional things. There are some things that, even so, grieving the loss of not being able to do some of the things that you used to. And then figuring out another way to recreate that or to create it so you can return to it in a different way, in a safer way.
The power is within
Yes, I believe
and
that.
is up here.
Yes.
How do you motivate yourself? If you're going to sit with the pain, you're going to be sitting on the pain all your life.
Right.
But if you want to work the pain and don't think about the pain and know how to heal yourself, you have the power within you to do that.
Yeah.
Talk about which kind of patients come and see you.
Okay, so currently I'm the only one that can see ICBC patients for acupuncture services.
Okay.
And then so a lot of the patients that do come in are a mixed bag. I do actually see a lot of men for some reason, but that's totally cool. I love everybody exactly the same. And so a lot of men come in for fertility treatment, and which is really kind of a shift because a lot of times the onus is on the women
Yes.
to conceive.
Yeah.
And so, so I do meet partners and then I treat men and women, but mostly men. So a lot of pain management, physical medicine, as I mentioned, that's part of my background. And then mental, emotional, anxiety disorders or other, I guess, there's some neat cases like chronic conditions that just needs to alleviate or just come to a place where they can just sit for an hour and just, I have a little bit of sounds of the ocean so they can just listen to the ocean and then just be
Ground
within
themselves, yeah.
Yes.
So these could be also people that are in car accidents, right?
Yes.
And these
that
are also
is-
people that want to have a family.
Yes.
Yeah, they don't have they think that there could be something wrong with them, so they make sure that it's
Right.
not, the onus is not always on a woman.
Right.
That it could be the man too.
Right.
That they are not able to conceive a child, right?
Mhm.
So these are the people you talk to.
Yeah.
And they talk to you. I mean, to be able to talk to somebody so intimate about themselves, especially a man, is a big thing. They must be trusting you so much to be able to open
course.
up.
And I'm
I
really
mean,
honored to have
yeah.
that trust, for
Yeah,
sure.
because if you are not trusting your physician or anybody, then half the time you go there, you sit there, say, should I say that or not? Why I'm even here?
Yeah.
At home, you mentally prepare yourself. When I'm going to go to the doctor's office, I want to talk about my pain here, my pain there, my headache, my whatever. But when you go there, then it's just your comfort level. You are not able.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just say, even if there's something else is happening in your mind, but you say, I got the pain on my neck.
Right, right. And oftentimes, uh, I'm not saying anything bad about the current system. I feel like there's different types of physicians, doctors, healthcare practitioners that can help everyone. But time is something that most doctors don't have.
Yeah.
And so you do have time to get out all of this information, and every detail does matter. Oftentimes people say that their shoulders do hurt. Is it a physical thing? Then we dig a little bit deeper, and then we're finding that, there's an underlying sadness, depression. You feel like you're carrying the world on your shoulders. And so I know that sounds a little bit bizarre to some people, but our body is responsive to the types of energy we carry.
Yeah. And I think with anything, with anxiety, mental health and all that, instead of treating what's going on in your head right now, what's the root cause? How did it start? But when you really dig deep in there, you find out headache is due to child sexual abuse, trauma you are carrying, or losing your mom at a very young age that you were not able to grieve properly. So there are all these things, but if you do not go there, deep down there, and sometimes people don't want to talk about that, it's very, very painful.
Yes.
But you have to start, if you want to heal, you have to start from there up.
Yes, and that is one of the tenets of natural medicine, Chinese traditional medicine. Can you find the root? We can peel away the onion, but are we going to get to the part that's going to make us
Cry.
really cry or really get down to it? And so, can you do that in the place that you're currently seeing someone? And I always say that, if I'm not the person that can help you get to these places, that I hope and I'll find somebody or do something so you can.
Yeah.
And I'm not competing for business. This is not why I did 100 years of school. It's not.
Yeah.
It is that giving back to the people when I was in the greatest despair, that giving back that kind of care and love that I received to heal and do more, that I want to provide that to somebody else.
Yeah. And maybe it's not just one person that can provide the treatment.
Right.
There may be number of people. Could be, you work as a teamwork.
Right, and so we do have a team, and they're all women, but that doesn't mean that men are not welcome.
Yes.
This is important to create safe spaces for women. So we are finding that there are certain cultures that cannot or do not feel more comfortable enough to come in to see physicians or practitioners. So we do have an RMT currently, and we have a naturopath, and then we have myself, and because we've only been in business for about 8 months, but we are flourishing. We are flourishing.
So you're so new at it.
I'm graced by the reception of the community, and some of the best things that have come out of it is when people come in, they say, "You look like me."
Yes.
Fijian, you look like me. And so this is why we do what we do.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So be able to see or make an appointment to see you,
Yeah.
either for naturopathic or maybe with ICBC cases. Well, ICBC in the long run, they will pay.
Right.
I think one has to pay themselves. Is it covered under MSP?
So there are a couple of ways to get these kind of services, because we're outside of the regular MSP per se.
Yeah.
If you do qualify for lower income, some disability or special groups like seniors do get a certain amount of money from MSP, so that is available, and you'd get 10 sessions and a small amount of money to pay. Of course, we don't want barriers of financial to be in the way of you getting better, so you can always speak to our front desk. The other thing is that we do accept extended medical benefits, which is wonderful. And ICBC, we actually, when I meet somebody that has an ICBC case, I will fight for you and get you as many possible
Sessions, yeah.
sessions as you need, and they would be covered by ICBC. Of course, as we are mentioning, that I do work with the whole entire team that works with you, and I make sure that I do speak to whoever else is involved, your adjuster, your lawyer, as needed. But the main goal there is to not have the barrier of the finances that oftentimes present itself and often gets in the way of you getting better.
Do you have a waiting list?
No waiting list. No
Okay,
waiting list.
excellent.
We have enough practitioners
Yes.
to get on there. And actually, I work 7 days a week.
Okay,
So I'm just making sure that everybody is able to get in as they need.
Either if they are working during the time, you are
Yeah.
able to accommodate in the afternoon and things like that.
Yeah, actually, I'm
Or
open till
evenings.
8. Yes, yeah, I'm open till 8. And so if I'm the practitioner they would like to see, that the availability for those hours are there.
And what kind of languages do you speak? Do you have other people there speaking
Yes.
different languages?
So we have our RMT who speaks Punjabi fluently, and we have our naturopath who speaks Cantonese. And myself, I will do my very best for Hindi, but and Punjabi, so I can understand. And then I'll do my very best for French and Spanish.
Oh, good. At least you have few languages there
Yes.
that people that don't speak English. I'm so glad. I'm just learning so much from you.
Oh, thank
So
you.
I know I'm looking at the clock and sort
Yes.
of we are running out of time. And you said you don't have nothing to talk about, and we
Oh
have
my
to
gosh,
stop.
yes. Thank you so much for
So
having me.
how do one get appointment, or how do one contact you?
Yep, you can definitely call us at 778-858-0840 or visit us at mindbodyshen.ca, where you can choose any of the Book Now buttons. You can check our schedules. You can see which practitioner you want to see, and you can book straight from there. But any other things that we can help you with, do give us a call or email us.
Thank you so much. Be able to just come during your break time just to do this interview. And I think this is so much worth it. So my guest today is Dr. Pratna Natasha Ram. I love your name too. Thank you so much. All the very best to
Oh,
you.
thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Ram. If you need an appointment to see her one day, you can always give her a call at 778-858-0840. The Youth Summer Program 2021, an exclusive 6-week online program dedicated to helping youth and children during summer break, is taking place on July 5th until August 13th, Monday to Thursday from 11 to 2 p.m. Register at www.ihsan.ca. July 18th to 24th is Drowning Prevention Week. Knowing July, seeing the peak of water-related incidents each year, the Life Saving Society chose the 3-week of July as Drowning Prevention Week. This is a public awareness campaign. To get further information, you can go to their website at www.lifesavingsociety.ca. So who's drowning? 78% male and 22% women all drown on places and lakes. 37 of all drowning takes place in lakes and 28 in rivers. If you're planning any events and would like to promote it on our show, you can send it to us at asianpulse@gmail.com. Don't forget to watch the Camilla Singh Show on Sundays at 5:30 and Mondays at 10 a.m. Fiji in Focus at Tuesdays at 10 p.m. and again at 4 p.m. on Sundays. Fiti Vibes Thursdays at 10 p.m. and again on Sundays at 4:30. All our shows are aired in BC and in Alberta time. Keep watching all these shows and please send us your feedback.
ਆਹ ਸਾਡੇ ਵੀਰ ਨੇ ਇਹ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਾ ਬਾਬਾ ਬੰਦਾ ਸਿੰਘ ਬਹਾਦਰ ਦੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਇਹ ਪਲਾਕ ਭੇਟ ਕਰਨਗੇ ਬੋਲੇ ਤੇ ਜੈਜੀ ਜੀ ਦਾਨ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਹੁਣ ਬੜੀ ਵੱਡੀ ਜ਼ਿੰਮੇਵਾਰੀ ਪੈ ਗਈ ਆ ਵੈਸੇ ਕੋਈ ਸ਼ੱਕ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂਗਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣਾ ਕੈਰੀਅਰ ਦਾਅ ਤੇ ਲਾਇਆ ਕੋਈ ਮਾੜੀ ਮੋਟੀ ਗੱਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੋਈ ਬੰਦਾ $5 ਦਾ ਨੁਕਸਾਨ ਕਰਨ ਨੂੰ ਤਿਆਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਐਡੇ ਟੀਸੀ ਤੇ ਗਏ ਹੋਏ ਬੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਆਪਣਾ ਕੈਰੀਅਰ ਆਪਣੀ ਕੌਮ ਲਈ ਯਾਰ ਆਪਣੇ ਕਿਸਾਨਾਂ ਲਈ ਦਾਅ ਤੇ ਲਾ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਸਲੂਟ ਹੈ ਯਾਰ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ ਤੇ ਸ਼ੇਰ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਸੁਣਾ ਦਿਓ ਤੂੰ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਮੰਗ
ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਮੈਂ ਸ਼ੁਕਰਗੁਜ਼ਾਰ ਹਾਂ ਜੀ ਸਾਰੀ ਪ੍ਰਬੰਧਕ ਕਮੇਟੀ ਦਾ ਖਾਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਔਰ ਸੰਗਤ ਦਾ ਇੰਨੇ ਜੋਗਾ ਹੈ ਨਹੀਂਗਾ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਮੇਰੇ ਲਈ ਬੋਲ ਦਿੱਤੇ ਆ। ਜੇ ਮੈਂ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਮੋਰਚੇ ਤੇ ਵੀ ਗਿਆ, ਉਹ ਮੇਰਾ ਦਿਲ ਸੀ, ਮੇਰੀ ਰੂਹ ਸੀ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਇਹ ਸੋਚਦਾ ਸੀ ਜੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਪਾਪਾ ਜੀ, ਮੇਰੇ ਡੈਡ ਜੀਂਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ, ਉਹ ਵੀ ਉੱਥੇ ਬੈਠੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਤੇ ਕੀ ਮੈਂ ਫਿਰ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਨਾ। ਸਾਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਸੋਚਣ ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਹੁੰਦੀ। ਆਪਾਂ ਕਈ ਵਾਰ ਇਦਾਂ ਸੋਚ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਆ ਕਿ ਚੱਲ ਆਪਣਾ ਕੀ ਆ, ਆਪਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਹੀ ਆ। ਇਦਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਦੇ ਵੀ ਸੋਚਣਾ, ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਹੀ ਸੋਚਣਾ ਵੀ ਉਹ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਬੈਠੇ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਸਾਡੇ ਬਜ਼ੁਰਗ ਨੇ, ਸਾਡੀਆਂ ਦਾਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ, ਸਾਡੀਆਂ ਨਾਨੀਆਂ ਨੇ, ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਨੇ ਨੇ, ਸਾਡੇ ਦਾਦੇ ਨੇ, ਸਾਡੀਆਂ ਭੈਣਾਂ, ਸਾਡੇ ਬੱਚੇ। ਮੈਂ ਜਦੋਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸੀਗਾ ਉਦੋਂ ਫਲਾਈਟਾਂ ਕੁਦਰਤੀ ਬੰਦ ਸੀਗੀਆਂ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ।
Now we have run out of time. I hope you enjoy the show as much as I did bringing it to you. If you have any comments or suggestions, please give us a call or email us at asianpulse@gmail.com. If you want to support our show as becoming a sponsor or to promote your business, please let us know as well. Before I leave you with these thoughts. Grief never ends, but it changes. When we have inner peace, we can be at peace with those around us. When our community is in the state of peace, it can share the peace with neighboring communities and so on. When we feel love and kindness towards others, it not only makes others feel loved and cared, but it helps us to develop inner peace and happiness. By Dalai Lama. If you missed Asian Pulse today, you can catch it again at Thursdays at 8:30 and Saturdays at 5:30 p.m. And Tuesdays at 3:30 a.m. Our show will be uploaded on YouTube at Asian Pulse TV. I'm your host, Shivangni Naikar, signing off. See you all next week. Stay cool, stay hydrated, and keep an eye on your seniors in your circle. Bye for now.